Good evening. I am John Croto, the principal of Liberty High School. On behalf of the entire staff and administration, I'd like to welcome you tonight as Liberty High School celebrates its 5th graduation with the class of 2014. The separate dreams of families have brought the class of 2014 together, and this ceremony will bind them together in the history of this high school. These graduates are now the young men and women of the hour. They have richly added to the traditions of Liberty High School. Most importantly, they have worked with us well to assure and secure their own fortunes. At this time, I ask that you please turn off all cell phones to preserve the dignity of this ceremony. I thank you in advance for your cooperation. Though tradition dictates that the audience stand during the processional, we ask that you remain seated to enable all our guests to view the incoming graduates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Liberty High School graduating class of 2014.
Good evening, and welcome to Liberty High School's 2014 graduation ceremony. My name is Tina Hull, and I am the senior class president. Please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of colors by Peoria High School's Air Force Junior ROTC. Also, please remain standing for the national anthem played by our very own Liberty High School band, followed by a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my privilege to introduce a few remarkable people that are here with us this evening. These individuals have dedicated time and effort in providing the Peoria Unified School District with countless hours of service and support. Their hard work and dedication have helped us achieve excellence. Would you please stand to be recognized as your name is called? Peoria Unified School District Governing Board Member, Ms. Kathy Knecht. Mr. James Kistner. Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Heather Cruz. Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Ken Hicks. And K-12 Administrator, Mr. Steve Savoy. We would also like to recognize our amazing administration who has guided us through these 4 years. They have dedicated so much time and effort to the class of 2014, and we will forever be grateful. Would you please stand to be recognized as your name is called? Our assistant principals, Mr. Rick Johnson. Mr. Pat Riddell. And Ms. Susan Schmidt. And of course, our outstanding principal, Mr. John Croto. Thank you again for your continued support. At this time, I would like to introduce our amazing speakers. The first two were chosen on behalf of their academic excellence and achievements. Speaking first will be Giacomo Cosigi, followed by Dana Woods. Our third speaker this evening was chosen on behalf of the class of 2014, Tyrell Potter. Thank you again for your time, and I sincerely wish the best for all of you.
Thank you, Tina. Before I begin, I want to express my thanks for the privilege of speaking before you on this unforgettable evening. What if you were to awaken each morning to find $86,400 deposited into your bank account? You are free to spend this money however you choose, but the money does not roll over to the next day and cannot be transferred. Anything not spent by the end of the day is lost, and the bank deposits another $86,400 the following morning. But there's a catch. The bank can end the game at any given time without warning. What would you do? I'm certain we would spend as much as possible every day on ourselves, our families, our friends, and those in need. In short, we would help both those we know and those we do not, because we wouldn't know when this amazing game would end. In fact, this game is our reality, and we are each playing it. The prize? Time. Each day we are credited with 86,400 seconds. We spend it freely, without the knowledge of our remaining balance. For those whose accounts recently opened, and those whose accounts have long been open, the moral remains the same. Spend your time wisely and generously, because it is your most precious commodity, whether tangible or intangible. Now, I would like to take a moment to appreciate those individuals without whose time we surely would not be gathered here today. Thank you to our families, faculty, and administration. Your collective investment in each student's success will pay great dividends in the future. Before I go, I would like to pass on a few more words of wisdom. Though I just analogized time to money, remember that the former is infinitely more valuable than the latter. We can always get more money, but we can never get more time. Thank you. And now, please welcome Dana Woods.
Thank you, Giacomo. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you to everyone who made this day possible. Our hard work and the support of families, teachers, counselors, and fellow classmates is greatly appreciated and is what brings us all here today. High school is all about learning, but you don't just learn about the Pythagorean theorem in math or the New Deal in history. You learn lessons that you carry with you the rest of your lives. For me, I have learned to make the most of the time you are given, accept every challenge as an opportunity, and to never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. My dad continually instilled these lessons in me, even as he was battling lung cancer. His strength and optimism inspired me to apply these lessons to my life. Actually, these lessons don't just apply to me. They apply to all of us. All of us must make the most of our time. Keep up with your college work or career responsibilities, but also make time for the important people in your life. If a challenge arises, go for it, because something good will surely result from the hard work you put in. And most of all, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Keep fighting to reach your goals, no matter what obstacles you encounter. Congratulations, class of 2014. And again, thank you to all of you who made this day possible. I would now like to introduce our class-elected speaker, Tyrell Potter.
Thank you so much, Dana. That was very touching. Your mom should be proud. Good afternoon. I am so honored that I was elected by my peers to speak in front of so many people. This brings sketchy to a whole new level. I wanted to be honest with all of you, though. When I heard that I'd be giving this speech a few weeks ago, I treated it like we all treated all major high school assignments. So last night, around 11 p.m., I remembered I had a speech to do. So I got on YouTube looking for some help, and this is what I found. Absolutely nothing. Although YouTube did not have a perfect speech that I could plagiarize and call my own, I learned that the best speech would be the unique one that actually is my own. Yeah, so here goes nothing. First off, congratulations to all of you. Graduating high school is a big deal, and all of us should be very proud. We are leaving mommy and daddy and entering the so-called real world. And as we begin our life, I think we should all follow one motto. You already know, though. You only live once. That's the motto, baby YOLO. Yes, the motto is YOLO, inspired by Drake. I am a firm believer in this acronym because we do indeed only live once. So my thought is, why not make this one life the best you can make it? As a fellow senior Liberty Lion, I have seen the outstanding people that this class holds. I have had the opportunity to see how much you all care about one another. So I have one challenge for all of you. When you begin this next step in life, I want you to give it your all, and I want you guys to remain the good people that you are and make a difference in the world. Do not settle for an average life, but instead set goals that other people say are impossible, because I know this class very well, and nothing is impossible. Do not ever be afraid to go all out in life, because, well, YOLO. I'd like to now invite Bree Bell and Taylor Penier to give out the senior gifts.
Good evening, class of 2014. I'm Bree Bell, the senior class vice president.
And I'm Taylor Penier, the senior class treasurer.
The class of 2014 is honored to leave behind not only our legacy, but also a few gifts to the school. This year, we were able to leave 3 senior gifts.
The first gift we are leaving is the lion statue, which will be placed upon the courtyard pillars, along with a plaque to designate the lion to our class, the class of 2014.
Our second gift is a large mural of our class mascot placed inside the main gym, which the quote, "Ability may get you to the top, but it takes character to stay there," is placed.
The final gift we chose to leave with the school is a painting of the concession stands and shed located by the football field. Each of these gifts were chosen to enhance the spirit and overall beauty of the campus. At this time, can we please have Logan Johnson's Liberty's next student body president come to the podium to accept our senior gift.
Good evening. On behalf of Liberty High School, I proudly accept these senior gifts. Your generosity is very much appreciated, and the class of 2014 will always be remembered.
Thank you, Logan. Now I would like to welcome Sabrina Hernandez and Cheyenne Lejeune to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Sabrina Hernandez, and I am serving as this year's senior class secretary.
And I am Cheyenne Lejeune, and I am serving as this year's senior class senator. As class officers, it was our responsibility to select a motto to encourage our seniors as we go out into the world.
The motto that our officers chose this year is, "We come together as strangers, believe as eternal friends." We believe that as a class, we have spent the last 4 years building strong relationships that will last a lifetime.
Our class officers have decided to read a poem that we feel reflects this motto. This poem is titled Graduation Day. Today we'll start a new life, and we'll say our last goodbyes. And to all the friends we've grown to love, with whom we've laughed and cried, remembering the fun and laughter, problems and the fears, and watching our memories grow throughout our high school years. The memories of the dances and the new friends that we've met, vacations, teachers, and talkings, and exams we'd rather forget. Yes, high school days are precious but brief, where all your dreams come true. It's not the end, but the beginning of a life we'll start anew.
Liberty High School gave each of us the opportunity to meet and become friends with all kinds of people. These friendships have shaped us into the people we are today and who we will become in the future. Though it is time for us to go now, we know that these strong friendships will never end.
And it is now our privilege to introduce our principal, Mr. Croto.
Good evening, graduates. It is a privilege and honor to share this evening with you. Tonight, we bring to a conclusion a chapter in your life's book which began for you over a decade ago. As the final words of this chapter are read, and we reflect on the time that has been passed, know that this chapter of your life has been written with love, guidance, and encouragement of your parents, families, and friends. Also acknowledge the contribution of your teachers, coaches, and sponsors who have given you the knowledge, responsibility, and the discipline to turn this page and begin the new chapter in your life's book. Let's look at some highlights from this chapter before we go on. I'd like to recognize those students who are graduating with honors this evening. Their achievement means they are in the top 10% of their class. These students are wearing gold cords and are noted in your program. With those students graduating with honors, please stand and be recognized. To graduate from Liberty with high honors means students have achieved academic standing in the top 5% of their class. These students are also wearing gold tassels and are also noted in your program. With those students graduating with high honors, please stand and be recognized. Liberty's highest honor graduates are those students who attained standing in the top 1% of their class. Please join me in recognizing Giacomo Kosecki, Dana Woods, Sydney Van Horn, and Victoria Lee. One graduate this evening has earned the distinction of National Merit Scholar. Please help me congratulate Giacomo Kosecki. Beginning with their sophomore year, each student must take and pass the Arizona Instrument to Measure Standards, the AIMS test, in math, reading, and writing. I would like to recognize our 20 graduates who have excelled in the AIMS reading and writing math tests. Their names are denoted in the program this evening. If you have excelled on all 3 AIMS tests, please stand and be recognized. Additionally, I'd like to recognize the remainder of our students that have excelled on 1 or more of the AIMS tests. If you have excelled on 1 or more of the AIMS tests, please stand and be recognized. Liberty is proud to recognize students who are members of honor societies. They too are noted in your program this evening. Would the students of the following honor societies please stand to be recognized? The National Honor Society, the American Sign Language Honor Society, the International Thespian Society, and the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Liberty was proud to host 2 senior exchange students this year. These young men will be receiving a certificate of completion from Liberty this evening. We would like to recognize Ozan Zobar from Turkey, and Rahmat Bayangkara from Indonesia. We thank you for what you've brought to Liberty, and we're glad to host you. Thank you for being here. Additionally, this evening, I would like to recognize a group of students that spend a tremendous amount of time and effort organizing many school-wide events on our campus. Their dedication and commitment to Liberty High School is simply amazing. Would the members of the Liberty High School Student Council please stand to be recognized? Our student body officer, President Toby Okiki. Our Vice President, Alexandra Lopez. Secretary, Shelby Pollock. And our Treasurer, Thomas Pryor. Senior class officers, President Tina Hall. Vice President Bree Bell. Secretary Sabrina Hernandez. Treasurer Taylor Pinier. Senator Cheyenne Lejeune. Member at Large Nakona Bunker. And Member at Large Tiffany Tapia. Thank you for what you've done for Liberty High School. We really appreciate it. And finally, in our recognitions this evening, I'd like to recognize our success in extracurricular activities. These activities, whether they're groups, clubs, or sports, enrich the lives of our students. We believe in their involvement in these activities that have strengthened their education and molded the future of this great school. If you've been a member of a group, club, or team at any time during your 4 years at Liberty High School, would you please stand to be recognized? Graduates, as you focus on the new chapter you're about to create, it will become quite apparent that it's much different from the previous chapter. You see, the last chapter is written and recorded and will not change. The new chapter has yet to be written and awaits your personal touch. One thing is for certain, the new pages will be filled with many opportunities and responsibilities that will be affected by the individual experiences you bring to it. As you write this chapter, do not rely solely upon what you've already learned. Know that learning never ends. Additionally, when you write this chapter, be sure to give the gift of your experiences to others. Be honest, always do the right thing, and share with others so they can learn from you. Remember, others will read and critique your book and may begin their own chapters based on your experiences. Finally, graduates, as you complete this chapter, remember to thank those that have helped you write this book. Your thoughtfulness and willingness to acknowledge those that have guided your life will ensure that your achievements will last forever. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and may the knowledge and character you've learned from Liberty High School be the framework for your future experiences. And now, it is the honor and pride that I, as Liberty High School, certify that each of these students has met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Arizona and the Peoria Unified School District. I present this class to Mr. James Kistner, member of the Peoria Unified School District Governing Board. Mr. Kistner, I respectfully request that you accept these graduates and that you confer diplomas upon them.
Thank you, Mr. Croto. I don't want to be the one to stand in the way of all of you getting your diplomas, and your student speakers did such a great job, actually, of making the point that I was going to. So just to leave you with one quote to remember. And this comes from an individual. His name is Chris Fisher. He's the founder and CEO of a research firm called OSearch. He's made his life's passion, his work at OSearch, is to capture great white sharks and tag them with GPS devices so that he can learn about them, see where they live, where they have their babies, and how they interact with our environment. And he gave a quote at one conference that I was at one time, and it's just stuck with me. So because we only have limited time, because we need to look for all those opportunities, and because we only live once, we have to make sure that when that opportunity comes along, we quickly choose to take that opportunity or not, because we never know when that opportunity is going to present itself to us again. So just remember, make that decision, because you don't know if you're going to be able to make it again in the future. So, on behalf of the governing board of the Peoria Unified School District, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona, I accept this recommendation that the Liberty High School class of 2014 has met the requirements for graduation. Mr. Croto, please present the graduates to receive their diplomas. Good job.
Will the first row of graduates please rise?
Christina Leanne Hull.
Matthew Meshberger.
Brianna Renee Bell.
Miguel Caro Mateus.
Sabrina Renee Hernandez.
Ben Masuras.
Taylor Marie Pinier.
Grant Carlstedt.
Cheyenne Dakota Lejour.
Lucas Merkley.
Nakona Sheree Bunker.
Caitlin Jagrin Batista.
Tiffany Diana Tapia.
Elizabeth Zumbro.
Tyrell Lane Potter.
David Michael Titzler.
Giacomo Kiernan Kosiji.
Amy Cecilia Villette.
Dana Bailey Woods.
Catherine Elizabeth Briggs.
Sydney Peyton Van Horn.
Emily Rose Adams.
Victoria Lay.
Autumn Nicole Kilborn.
Joseph Hancock.
Fallon Brianne Marcosian.
Zachary Cooper.
Derek Hogue.
Mark Anderson.
Natalie Claire McDaniel.
Laura Elizabeth Taylor.
Adriana Victoria Squires.
Ray Lazani.
Caitlin Nicole Leary.
Paul Arthur Sherry.
Branson Hughes Greaser.
Courtney Anna Newman.
Kayla Michelle Gutierrez.
Brandon Joshua Blanca.
Krishna Pradhan.
Thomas Cole Pryor.
Spencer Robert Brown.
Sarah Marie Rosander.
Rena Catherine Crilly.
Samantha Jordan Brock.
Hunter Ray Cunningham.
Willow Rain Sumi Herkus.
Megan Catherine Diana Gazda.
Damiana Marie Colta.
Christopher Esparza.
Azure Mengelkamp.
Alyssa Sally Goldsmith.
David Edward Aguilar.
Jeremiah James Gutierrez.
Sienna Carolyn Leparulo.
Erin Danielle Doyle.
Ashley Noel Jones.
Nathan Edward Franklin.
Tatiana Maria Brienza.
Ashley Noel Walker.
Tobechukwu Oshechukwu Okeke.
Hayden Walker Vance.
Zach Neal.
Karen Herrera Enriquez.
Justin Matthew Bartels.
Andrew Vaughn.
Jordan Marie Helton.
Taryn Nicole Fuller.
Austin Wayne Young.
Gabriel Xavier Staples.
Camille Fry.
Krista Marie Bannister.
Nathaniel James Martin.
Nathan Thomas Butler.
Regina Lemons.
Anderson Phillips.
Jameson Neal.
Nicholas David Rice.
Courtney Nicole Decker.
Kelsey Victoria Harms.
Muja Amir Pasha.
William Burton.
Courtney Cabral.
Sierra Monica Shigoya.
Brian Joseph King.
Christian Shane Brenner.
Ashlyn Lemons.
Courtney Renee Cole.
Anthony Joseph Gomez.
Ronald Andrew Raybon.
Alexandra Sophia Lopez.
Kimberly Nicole Spezia.
Ryan Scott Peterson.
Taylor Michael Ramsey.
Kirsten Morel.
Alexandra Daniel.
Jacob Scott Christ.
Nathan Hanna.
Brianna Carolyn Prado.
Kahealani Chung.
Chad Bennett.
Joshua Allred.
Taylor Dolly.
Audra Mitter.
Noble Edmond.
Richard Bong.
I can't read it. Hang on. Kari Rebecca Lee.
Chelsea Elizabeth Ship.
Nicholas Patrick Hubenthal.
James Alex Dale.
Alexandria Mubabi.
Brianna Marie Sveinson.
Bryce Alexander Smith.
Jeremy Lane Sanders.
Lauren Marie Pearson.
Jessica Paige Bolaro.
Will Sword Nelson.
Alejandro Eugenio Diaz.
Yelena Nisevic.
Isabella Kalanog.
Frank Dwayne Smirkanich Jr.
Miles Dean Mickelson.
Daniela Josephine Hall.
Abigail Burton.
Cody Matthew Norton.
Nathan Burton.
Mariah Antonia Hernandez.
Shelby Marie Pollock.
Culver Robert Gilman.
Cody Allred.
Sierra Michelle Keller.
Chase Doyle.
Matthew John Barkle.
Will Scully.
Danielle Tasson.
Ren Doyle.
Thomas James DeMarco.
Jacob Yamauchi.
Caitlin Norell Turnbaugh.
Vicky Noel Spearman.
Corey Mason.
Zachary Mallerup.
Jacqueline Bauer.
Abigail Aaron Steiner.
Jesse B. O'Brien.
Bailey Franklin.
Ashley Nip.
Tristan Elizabeth de Blasio.
Blue Hayes.
Marshall Allen Bullock.
Danielle Paige Bailey.
Brianna Nicole Irene Johnson.
Francisco Moreno.
Jordan Jameson.
Mariah Mosley.
Alina Marie Zulo.
Ryan Matthew Blair.
Devin Michael Williams.
Samaya Annette Farrell.
Caitlin Aaron Wood.
Caden David Jensen.
Joey Buscemi.
Cassidy Leanne Kidd.
Miranda Lee Morris.
Cody French.
Liam Gage Benninger.
Aisha Ward.
Hannah Elise Danellis.
Gunnar Deese.
Robert John Pizik.
Maria Sofia Marzano.
Kayla Ann Hartman.
Colton Christopher Smiley.
Ryan Joseph Williamson.
Farah May Lundquist.
Carly Rebecca Guerrero Ferreira.
Derek Sundar Balani II.
Corson Dell Anderson.
Cassidy Glenn.
Sarah Michelle Mendoza.
Cameron William Zaleski.
Austin Stephen Dragon.
Dana Marie Inman.
Reagan Annalise McCloskey.
Gabriel Elias Armenta.
Andrew Garcia.
Brooke Leslie Mitchell.
Amber Nicole Newton.
Craig Matthew Brosnan.
Drew Russell Hill.
Brittany Miller.
Jessica Lynn Seworth.
Neil Michael Smith.
Jordan Austin Reisdorf.
Sarah Monet Corbett.
Samantha Lee Shaw.
Bradley Jeffrey Lamphere.
Ollie Jackson.
Danielle Renee Jimenez.
Tiffany Ann Marino.
Nathan Ryan Kingston.
Austin Michael Heineman.
Harleen Elizabeth Kaur Manhas.
Demi Janae Hester.
Hunter Ryan Copeland.
Brady Mason Franklin.
Chelsea Lynn Palmer.
Taylor Ann Grassmeyer.
Josias Diaz.
Christian Edward Delisle.
Victoria Elise Franklin.
Jenny Marie Tippery.
Tyler Austin Zavala.
Chris Swingler.
Jennifer Marie Bollinger.
Jessica Arcelia Gonzalez.
Joshua Morgan Phelan.
Tyler James Helton.
Peyton Elizabeth Lehue.
Taylor Zane Paulino.
Samuel Louis Diaz.
Gabriel Charles Fatou.
Madison Marjoriana Maestas.
Sonia Pertvar.
Marcus Anthony Pope.
Alexander Michael Pendola.
Kayla Marie Juvie.
Gabriella Renee Minero.
Jason Blake Henricks.
Adam Joseph Hernandez.
Sarah Christine Champy.
Kaylee Janae Salyer.
Cameron James Duncan.
Dylan Bestel.
Natalie Nicole Carlett.
Michaela Fenema.
Kenneth Joseph Pauley.
Dawn Kodka.
Marissa Danielle Rourke.
Victoria Ortiz.
Christian Drake Rico.
Taylor James Ramirez.
Kara Wazer.
Courtney Lynn Redman.
Anthony Olakai Martin.
Andrew John Wiggins.
Peyton Ashley Graham.
Hannah Lynn Hott.
Sean Carroll.
Corey James Decker.
Nicole Marie Pell.
Yasmin Nabulsi.
Justin Thomas Danweber.
Christopher Daniel Connor.
Janelle Lorena Thurber.
Kara Ashley Rivers.
Jacob Craig Schultz.
Peter Guadalupe Chavez.
Madison Nicole Toner.
Kayla Isabella Erdogan.
Kenneth Thomas Slazeric.
Ryan Tyler Enriquez.
Rainey Marie Lemke.
Chelsea Ray Maya.
Gabriel Michael Mason.
Alan Christopher Galicia.
Madison Lynn Sheehan.
Beatrice Kovacs.
Cameron Vaughn Pigega.
Dylan Robert Cupelo.
Lubna Saeed.
Maggie Ann McReynolds.
Brian Meyer.
Michael Richard Welsh.
Ashley Ann Truckenbrod.
Cassidy Michelle Helmer.
Keenan Mac Franklin.
Zachary Thomas Linsenmeyer.
Hyla May Luke.
Taylor DeAndrea Colvin.
Jake Robert Knipe.
Joshua Rose.
Taylor Leanne Mescamine.
Caitlin Michelle Pruel.
Zachary Daniel Connor.
Cade Davidsell Kendall.
Dakota Tierra Starlin.
Taylor Marie Montoya.
Jonathan Joseph Blanchard.
Devin Lafayette Hahn.
Mackenzie Anne Marie O'Donnell.
Caitlin Marie Lockett.
Derek Anthony DeSorbo.
Curtis Grant Porter.
Katrina Hunter Janjobi.
Ashley Nicole Plemons.
Connor Robert Crosby.
Kevin Robert Riggs Jr.
McKenna Blaine Leva.
Brianne Nicole True.
Jared Stratton Long.
Brandon James Herr.
Sarah Renee French.
Leland Joyce Scott.
Ian Wesley Patrick Wright.
Bryce Andrew Vogel.
Emily Marie Young.
Mallory Leanne Arndt.
Christopher Albert Ide.
Zachary Tyler Stucklin.
Olivia Christine Sherman.
Lydia Marie Madge.
Evan James Rogers.
Carlos Villa.
Sydney Lynn Schieffer.
Kimberly Ann Philbrick.
Austin Tyler Newton.
Alexandro Manuel Betancourt.
Devin Renee Gibson.
Heather Michelle White.
Sam Blackwell.
Alexander Gregory Martin.
Amber Dawn Shukra.
Alexa Shea Williams.
Matthew Bryce Sheldon.
Andrew Paul Sapuka.
Carly Ann Carmack.
Alyssa Leanne Jacobs.
Tyler Michael Lieber.
Troy Wayne Laswell.
Gabriella Angelique Freeman.
Amber Thresher.
Brandon Michael Marsden.
Spencer William Thomas Nelson.
Taylor Nicole Neal.
Brittany Lee Bellissimo.
Brandon Tyler Howard.
Rahmad Iqbal Bayankara.
Kelsey Marie Anderson.
Kendall Susan Farley.
Jacob Adam Walters.
Caleb Russell Neville.
Darian Ray White.
Cassandra Joanne Paris.
Aiden Jones.
Caleb Joseph Derigo.
Najoni Rose Nisser.
Shelley Lorene Cruz.
Justin Joshua Duncan Hesse.
Logan Taylor Sheets.
Laura Christiana Kimpunu.
Emily Christine Dobbs.
Cody Lawrence Forney.
Devin Joseph Coppice.
Spencer Elizabeth Smith.
Jenna Denise Pearson.
Wyatt Alexander Kenyon.
Dominic Jordan Ivan.
Cassie Ann Tudor.
Kristen Page Smith.
Jared Dean Murray.
Sean McCord.
Chloe Justice Gatewood.
Sedona Ray Daly Armstrong.
Ryan Grosser.
Bryce Alexander Cook.
Addison Scott Bailey.
Victoria Rose Sellers.
Caleb Brian Cassens.
Jonathan Elliott Thomas Vanica.
Tiffany Elise Hanish.
Cassidy K. Irvin.
Eric John Matt.
Shane Thornton.
Taylor Leilani Venturina.
Haley Crystal Smith.
Adam Yonike.
Tyler Austin Foster.
Brianna Selmer.
Sam Seward.
Connor Harv.
Daniel Alexander Williams.
Kendra Sutherland.
Kristen Stowe.
Garrett Allen Rutherford.
Tyler Vanderham.
Danielle Lee Krager.
Allison Flake.
Brendan Robert Travato.
Hudson Wall.
Ashley Ann McKenna.
Lana Heckman.
Joseph Quinton Learn.
Timothy Jacob Garland.
Katarina Terzich.
Lauren Shea Bircher.
Ozan Zobar.
Ronnie Lee Blankenship.
Mackenzie Hill.
Samantha Monique Wiley.
Zachary Sheldon Durr.
Parker Jonathan LeBlanc.
April Paige Kilpatrick.
Kaylee Brooke Gerard.
Todd Burgess.
Darian Lee Burkett.
Jessica Marie Reed.
Sierra Ann Thompson.
Brian Austin Miller.
Brandon Wayne Colleen.
Ashley Lauren Velotado.
Matthew Christopher Cox.
Kenneth Anthony Finken.
Matthew John Brooks.
Kristen Renee Myers.
Jesse Ryan Cicero.
Anthony Summerfield.
Austin Sadawa.
Allison K. Imholtz.
Chance Matthew Achterhoff Koltoff.
Christopher Caleb Saunders.
Brett Bullock.
Christian David Ellison.
Chase Storm Gelda.
Cale Joseph Willems.
Keegan Douglas King.
Nicholas Bradley Caton.
Marissa George.
Tyler Dean Stratton.
Alex Dominguez.
Madison Taylor Richardson.
Seniors, please rise. Move your tassels to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, I officially and with great pride present to you the graduated class of 2014. Thank you for being part of this special ceremony. I will now ask the first two rows exit on the stadium on your right. Guests, you may meet your graduates at gate 1. Thank you and have a great evening.